Okay, hi. Hopefully I'm audible. Hello. Good time zone. And what is up, gamers? Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a good one. I'm certainly having a one. I should probably make sure that my my art light is ready. My art light is now on. Good job, me. And hi, hello. Perrin, thank you very, very much for the lurk. Very much appreciated. I hope you have a lovely lurk. And hello indeed to Silly as well. How are you doing? It's wonderful to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I have not fully got my paints set up here, so I'm just going to quickly sort the rest of those. But in the meantime, let me pop onto our camera. Hi! How's it going? Lovely to see y'all. Welcome on in. Hope you're having good days. I'm having a pretty good Monday. My brain is mush. My brain is absolutely genuine mush. And that's it. That's all brain is. Brain porridge. I have to swap these paints out because this is a different set of paints to the paints I want to use today. And I'm not exclusively using these paints. I'm using just a mess of paints today. So that should be interesting. But hopefully it will be interesting, actually. Hopefully it'll be good. I don't know. Because I'm using some paints that I haven't actually used in a real painting before. So, that should be fun. Okay. Okay, I have some of my, but not all of my paints for today here. Oh my god. And also, I'm kind of in a weird state, because I did a sketch for this, and then I was like, I don't know if I like the composition of the sketch. It's taken a long time to get here, and I'm still not 100% happy with it. But I also don't have anything else, so we might start another sketch also, and just do both. Because, you know what, we can just do both. If I bet on that, it'll be good. I would win a lot of money. Oh, silly. Heck. If bets were available. Anyways, how's everyone doing? How are your Mondays going? I hope they're good. It is a bank holiday Monday here in the U of K. So I have been chilling. I slept in this morning. I don't need this paint right now. So that can go in the box. I've been chillaxing and generally having a pretty nice time, I think. But also mild panic about the fact that I did not have a complete sketchy do. And then not really feeling 100% about the sketchy do that I ended up with. So, yay. But that's fine. What was I gonna say? So, I've got these duochrome, these shimmery duochrome watercolors that look really messy and weird in the pan right now because I haven't used them yet. And they dried super weird. Like, these bad boys, within, like, a few hours were pretty much solid. This one's a little bit squishy. Some of them are a little squishier than others. But, you know, this is like a solid paint pan. These took, like, weeks to dry. And I felt like they weren't drying enough or at all, so I kept, like, they'd kind of form like a dry skin on top, but the stuff underneath would just stay, like, wet and mushy, and I'm like, no, I want these to dry down to pans. So I kept, like, sort of moving the skin out of the way to reveal the, like, wet paint underneath to try and get them to dry faster. I don't think it worked, but they are solid now. But it's also been a couple months since I decanted them from their tubes. I don't like working with tubes. I always feel like I use too much paint. It's messy. And I prefer working with dry pans. I just do. Anyways. Possibly because I tend to work in fairly small spaces. So I'll need, like, the tiniest dot of paint. And it's really hard to get the tiniest dot of paint out of a tube, in my experience. So there you have it. Anyways, I drew some mermaids. I'm not 100% about them. I don't know. But I've had mermaids on my mind because I really wanted to use these shimmery paints, and I feel like mermaid tail situation is, like, the best opportunity to use interesting shiny effect paints. Let me get the palette swatches for these two so you can see what I'm talking about when I say shiny, shimmery paint. So I literally painted them over because they supposedly work best on like over darker colors. So for both of these colors, I painted them over like a representative rainbow of hues, and they give us some neat, interesting shimmer depending on what they are on top of, which I really enjoy. But what was I gonna say? No, my brain's gone. Anyways, I also found that the paints that I tested these on, some of them lifted a little bit when I tried to sort of do a light glaze of this color on top of it. So I'm actually going to be painting them over inks, which are super permanent when they dry. Just for any avoidance of it making a mess or the colors getting kind of muddied up together. And I hope that that will be good. But yeah, so I went to Copenhagen this last week, and I was there for 3 days, pretty much, and had a lovely time for the most part. It was nice. The weather was just... Oh, it was either raining or threatening to rain most of the time, which did put somewhat of a damper on a lot of our plans, but that's okay. But there's mermaidy stuff in Copenhagen, and so I've got mermaids on the mind. So I drew this, but I started drawing this. I realized that I made the first mermaid too big, so I had to, like, redraw it. And then I realized that even when I made the first figure smaller, it was still too big, and so they're kind of squished into frame. Because this is a traditional piece, the paper can't get any bigger. And so I kind of reached a point where I'm like, do I want to just delete my art again? No, because it's 4:20 and I have to start streaming in 10 minutes. Therefore, this is what we ended up with. But then I wondered if I wanted to do something kind of a different vibe, a different composition to that altogether, and do more of sort of like a Lil Guys situation in mermaid form, which I feel like could be a lot of fun as well. So I'm going to sketch that, and we're going to paint both of them. And just either see which one I like best, see which one y'all like best, or if we like both of them, I don't know, I just have 2 paintings, and I'll just post both of them, like, whatever, it's fine. So that's where I'm at. Is just massive indecision and doing generally a dreadful job of doing things right the first time, which is fine. You know, it's important to recognize that it's okay to delete your art. I have no idea how loud the 3D printer is behind me. There is a 3D print happening behind me. I hope that it's not so loud that you can't hear my voice. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee, which is delicious and delightful. I kind of wish I had more, like, stories to share from Denmark, but now that I'm here, I'm just like, my brain is just like, just static. So I might have less stories than I planned. I don't know. I'll try anyways. But I'm just looking again at what these colors do, and I feel like I keep changing my mind on which color combos I feel like are my favorite. This color is called Oceanic, and it kind of shifts between this base of like a kind of teal with like a gold metallic effect. So I kind of really like the way that I actually really like the way that it looks over this like bright orange. I feel like that feels very oceanic to me. It feels very sort of goldfishy. Cheap viewers, no, France, no. I cannot stress this enough. I am only interested in expensive viewers and viewers of great value, and we already have the most valuable viewers of all here, so you can get in the garbage. It feels like there's been a lot of bots lately. I do apologize that you had to see that. But easily and handily taken care of, thankfully. But nonetheless, a real pain in the backside and super gross, and go away. Anyways. So I'm gonna sketch some little buddy mermaids. Instead of taking up like the whole canvas, there's going to be a lot more of the sort of being able to do some really nice sort of swirly water effect granulation in the background, which I think will be really, really pretty. And I know that this paint set in particular, probably like these colors, maybe a little bit of this one and this one, will make a beautiful like oceanscape. So I think that'll be really fun to do. And then just a little bit of sort of shimmer effect on the mermaids, in as the focal point, I think will be really lovely. Whereas this is more just like a portrait of two mermaids being merms. Well, mer people, anyways. Mer dudes with mer chest hair. Anyways, Neo says, "Well, I'm sorry. You'll have to deal with my cheap viewer butt." Tee tee. No. You are a very luxurious viewer, and I'm glad you're here, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a great weekend, yada, 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 etc., etc., etc. Thank you for the band hammer, silly, I appreciate it. Those blues, OMG, I love them, says Neo. Did I hear Oceanscape? You did hear Oceanscape. We are doing some oceanic gubbins. Also, I just want to, speaking of, this color is called Oceanic, and I just want to reiterate again that despite all the sound-alikes to the contrary, this color, which is very nothing on white, except at certain angles, but really gives this beautiful sort of like lavender shimmer against dark colors, which is very, very fun. It's called Violet Fantasy, not Violent Fantasy. So it is not about, you know, sort of the neighbor that's too noisy after 11 p.m. and you imagine slashing their tires. It is, ooh, what a beautiful shade of violet. The color. You know, purple. Anyways. Just, for clarity there. The one thing that I really like working with sort of interesting, like, shimmery, mica-y, metallic, interference-y, iridescent paints. I've got some gold paints, and I would love to do more things that are sort of illuminated with gold, because if you've ever seen any, like, big medieval pieces with that kind of work on it in real life, it is stunning. Absolutely stunning. But it shows up so poorly over the internet, and I do not display my works anywhere IRL at the moment, so I don't know what to do with this. I am doing a test run with a printer, a print product supplier, that I've worked with previously for things like sticker sheets and prints and that kind of thing. And they apparently can do a metallic print now, that you can overlay with whatever colors, and it will give sort of a really interesting effect. Apparently, I have not seen what any of it looks like IRL. I do not know whether or not I have set up the artwork properly in Photoshop, but experimentally I'm getting 2 small, cheap pieces done with this metallic effect. Somebody's doing yard work outside and it's real noisy. Let me just close this window. There we go. Okay. I'm curious to see whether or not it can capture a little bit of that kind of magic, because if it can, that would be super, super cool. I know there's other, like, you can get, like, holographic stickers and that kind of thing, but it's not quite the same as using, like, a shimmery paint. I don't think anything can be quite the same as using a shimmery paint as, like, a print, but, and regardless, it's never gonna look quite as good online, which is really, really frustrating. I do have an originals tier on my Patreon, and they do get sparkles if they want sparkles. But original art's expensive, and I would never expect people to buy original art from me, because all this crap takes me a really long time. And if I were to sell originals of a lot of the pieces that I paint on stream, they would just be, like, disproportionately overpriced for most people, I think. And, yeah, no, I get that. Anyways. But yeah, how's everybody doing? How were your weekends? How was your last week? I haven't been here for a week, so it's been a wee while. So yeah, what y'all been up to? Have you been having a nice time? I hope you've been having a nice time. I did have a nice time in Copenhagen. It was lovely. We did. If you've been to Copenhagen, or you're from Copenhagen, or you've visited there, and you have, like, and you ask me, like, oh, did you see the blah blah blah? Chances are the answer will be no, because I am super bad at doing the correct things when I go on holidays to places. And when I say I'm super bad at going to the correct places, I mean, like, if there is a specific sort of, you know, site of cultural interest or something to that effect, or like a, you know, place that like every tourist goes to, there's a very real chance that I missed it because I'm stupid. But also a lot of places, a lot of, like, you know, big, like, historic sites and that kind of thing will have queues, and I hate queues. Like, we almost went to one place, but there was a queue, and I was like, okay, what if we don't do that? So we just didn't, because neither of us wanted to queue. Yay! And I'm gonna be real with you, I think that was entirely the right choice, because we got to not queue, which felt really good. We're not queue people. Despite living in Britain, I am not an enjoyer of queues to get into things. I'm like, if there's a queue to get in, I'm just gonna, you know what, I visited the bookshop across the street from the interesting historical building, and I looked at the building from the outside, and it looked neat. And that felt like enough for me. So that was enough for me. Anyways, Neo says, I actually have some really, really good news. Exciting times! Silly says, yesterday I was animated. Hell yeah! Hell yeah to the good news, and hell yeah to the animation as well. How is it going? Neo has sent what I am assuming is the good news, so let me do a little ready read. I don't talk about this a lot because I don't want to pull people down, but I've been legally homeless for over a year. Oh my goodness! My mom lets me live in her tiny one-room apartment with her, so it's not living on the street, but quite the stress factor. Oh, goodness gracious, I believe it. Today I got the call it's starting next week. I'll be accepted in a place for people who are in a situation like me, meaning I get my own room in a shared apartment. Hell yes! Congratulations! I'll have a home, and I'm so incredibly happy about it. I'm so happy for you. Oh my gosh, that is amazing news. Congratulations. That is awesome. So happy for you. Oh, yay! That is rad as heck. I am sure that it will all go amazingly well, and I am so happy for you. Yay! Ha! Awesome sauce. Anyways, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink, because I'm having a lot of happy feelings about that good news. That's really, really good news. In extremely low stakes good news compared to that. I'm having a really nice cup of coffee. This is a washed Mexican from a local roastery to me here, based here in Oxford. It's very nice. 12 out of 10 do recommend. Listen, a really nice cup of coffee is great news. It's, you know what? It is delicious. It is delicious. The coffee farmers of this region of Mexico did a great job. The roasters did a great job. I'm happy for that also. I do also have a backup beverage, which is it's a Murray mint tea, so it tastes deliciously Murray. Murray-licious. Okay, I'm gonna draw some little mermaids. Some teeny tiny little guy mermaids, because I just, you know, I kind of feel like I want to do that as well. I think that would also be fun and cute, so I'm gonna do some little guy, just a couple of little guy mermaids. the joy of like underwater hair physics is really a thing. Like what is happening here? I don't know. I don't know what's happening here with the underwater hair physics, but let's just run with it, okay? It's all fine. Um, there I have a teeny tiny mermaid's head. Um, but yeah, okay. Okay, what are they? I haven't decided what poses these little guys are going to be. I gotta hop out for a few minutes to move locations. BRB, sincerely, have a lovely movement. Thank you for the BRB. This hair looks stupid. I don't like to sketch. I've been sketching I've sketched a few times on stream. I don't normally like to do all of my sketchies on stream because I think it's just generally not as interesting as the rest of it, but sometimes necessity and all that jazz, so it's fine. But and also generally my sketching involves a lot of like delete your art. A lot of like I finished like an entire beautiful sketch of a figure's face. It took like 20 minutes to get the face right, and then I realized that like it is just the tiniest amount too big for the canvas for the composition that I wanted to do, and I didn't realize until it was done, and then looked at the rest of the piece and like the size of the paper, and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna have to and I was so sad, but sometimes you know, if a thing isn't working out the way that you want, you gotta delete your art. And Neo says that's funny. I heard a streamer say that sketches are the most interesting to stream part because most things happen in a short time. Interesting. Maybe it's because it's the opposite for me, because it actually generally takes me quite a while to get a sketch the way I want it to look. I mean, it varies. Like sometimes it's quite quick, and then other times it's like I draw a line, I'm like, no, erase, draw, line, erase, and it takes like 12 iterations of doing like a single pencil stroke to have it be the one that I want it to be. And I don't know if that's super interesting. I feel like, you know, I think the thing is also, it's in many ways, I think, the most vulnerable aspect of the process a lot of the time. Because once the sketch is done and I'm just kind of putting colors down, like, kind of a lot of the most difficult decisions have already been made. Like, you've already got the composition down, you've already got, like, you know, sort of what you want to be in the piece. What's your foreground? What's your background? Are you doing a background? Are you just doing a figure? What's the vibe, the general mood of the piece going to be? A lot of that gets established in the sketch. And all of the little details, you know. And so I think it's a little scary to sketch publicly, more so than like the rest of it, because, you know, like the painting, the shading, the line weight, all that, the coloring in effectively feels a little bit less vulnerable. I don't know why, but also I think it feels a little bit more interesting to look at because there are colors, and you know, if we're visual people, our eyes tend to be drawn to like colors and stuff. I certainly have this experience of sometimes when I post artworks online, oftentimes I find the ones that get the least attention are like, here's like a pen drawing. And something that's got a lot of bold colors captures people's attention a lot more quickly. And apparently you have a very narrow margin of milliseconds in order to capture someone's attention online. Oh boy. I think Instagram has put me in some kind of jail because I am not capturing people's attention there. I posted a video yesterday that's just like a clip from my most recent YouTube video. I have a YouTube video out, by the way. I don't post to YouTube very often, but I'm really proud of this one. So there it is. Feel free to drop a subscribe if you want to, if you haven't already, or if you haven't seen the video yet and you want to, it's there. If you have seen the video and you want to see it again, that'd be cool. I do think that it's one that the algo is not into, in part because of the subject matter, which I say some things that sound a little bit rude. Anyways, but yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, new YouTube video. So I posted a little clip of it to my Instagram, and I looked at the, like, you can see on Instagram, you can see, like, analytics of your posts and, like, who has seen your post and how many likes does it have, and yada yada. And I saw that I used, like, you know, various relevant hashtags on the post, and I think less than 1% of the people who've seen it are people who are not following my account already. So the hashtags don't seem to be doing anything. So I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I'm very happy for everyone who has actually, like, looked at it. It's very, very nice. But yeah. How am I gonna pose these two little buddies? I kind of just want it to be like a quiet little moment. Maybe if I just doot. And then little mermaid tail. Do I want to? I can give it a little bit more shape than that. That's quite straight up and down. We can give it a little bit more, slightly more dynamic form. The 3D print seems to have ended or broke. I'm not sure which. Hopefully it's the former. Printing completed. Hooray. I don't know if I should do anything. There's a prompt to select OK, but I don't think I should, because it's not my print. But should I just tap OK? My moderator / spouse says I can say OK. All right. Okay. At least I'm going to reopen the window and hope that they're not doing yard works out there, because it is really nice to have a little fresh air while I stream. Okay. So I'm gonna give them little side fins, because I think the little side fins are cute, and nice shapely little tail fins there. Delightful. We have ourselves and a mermaid. I hope that they are okay. I mean, listen, they're trying their best. I'm going to be able to get less little sort of, like, interesting scaly details on this one, but that's fine. We have two different mermaid paintings because I couldn't decide which one I liked better. So we're doing both, because being able to be decisive is for people who aren't me. Indecision is... Oh no. Indecision is dropping a Lego build onto the floor. Hold on. Okay. The good news is none of the pieces broke. And little Boba Fett and little Luke Skywalker are just fine. Here they are. Hello. They say hello. Hello, they say. Okay. They're friends. It's fine. Anyways. I know the Star Wars story. No, but real talk. How many times have I seen Star Wars? I don't know. Unbreak my Legos. Oh my god. Yes. Anyways, try not to break one's Lego, I would say. I apologize uh for dropping the Lego, but the good news is it's fine. It is entirely fine. Okay. Go. This one's I like the do I dare attempt a bit of hair physics here? Just the tiniest amount, but not too much, because I don't want to overdo it, or it'll look real stupid. Because I did try some somewhat more complicated underwater hair physics on the other piece, and guess what? It looked stupid. Oh no, is the camera doing a funky thing again? Come on, camera. I think every once in a while it decides that it wants to connect up via the Wi-Fi rather than the USB it's literally connected to, which is deeply uncool of it, but never mind. Neo says, I only saw the first, I think 2 Star Wars movies as an adult, and ranted the entire time about what an absolute horrible character Anakin is. Oh, the prequels. And that his romance makes no sense at all because the girl's the entire time like, no, I don't like you. Like, he's pushing and pushing. He's like, actually, I love you. And then she's suddenly like, actually, I love you too. I think the thing that really... Now, I haven't seen any of the prequel movies in a really, really long time, but I think the thing that really strikes me about them is the good guys have this whole thing about, like, I don't know, you're not supposed to get married and have, like, a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a non-beanie partner. And I think that a lot of problems could be avoided if, like, the good guy Jedis were, like, allowed to do it. Like, it's a big crux of this whole problem. And, you know, like, is that if, you know, like, Anakin Skywalker was just allowed to, like, date a girl, things probably wouldn't have gotten quite as bad in the way that they did. I know it's more complicated than that. I vaguely remember the plot of the prequel trilogy, but that being said, I honestly think that a lot of things could be avoided if the good guys just let the good guys, you know, like, kiss people if they want to. If consenting adults are just allowed to have relationships with each other. Neo says, no, honestly, Anakin should not have been trusted with a weapon in the first place. I feel like my lasting impressions of those movies is slightly colored by the fact that, I think that, and maybe on like rewatch, on like reevaluation, it's not as bad as we remember it being, but the guy who played Anakin, I feel like my memory is that how do I word this? Like, just, he had the vibe of, like, a stroppy teenager, I think. And that's not necessarily just down to the actor particularly, but also just, you know, down to, like, the dialogue and the casting, I guess. But, and he hated sand, which I completely commiserate with. Hey, Sunshine. You're stealing the last of the Vogel bread? Okay. I hope you enjoy it. Are you having some toast? Yep. Yay! Have a nice toast! Sorry about that. We had some Vogel's soy and linseed bread in the freezer, and apparently my moderator / spouse is having the last couple slices of it for toast. Which, Neo says happy toast, honey. Neo in the chat says happy toast. He says thank you. But yeah, I think there are a lot of problems with they're not necessarily like, it's not necessarily like writing problems or narrative problems. It's problems where, like, I don't know, the good guys are just so flawed that I have a kind of a hard time being like, yeah, I support the good guys, because on the other hand, you're right. Like, you know, like, Anakin clearly had some stuff going on, but had a lot of force or whatever. And, but just because you have a lot of force doesn't mean that you should be, you know, one of the dudes who's not allowed to have a girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. I shouldn't comment on this because I'm sure I should probably rewatch, because it's been a really long time before, being able to give anything sort of a proper, fair evaluation, if that makes sense. But anyways, we've got a little tender face touch happening here because I think it's cute. Sorry for Star Wars derailing. No, it was me who started with the Star Wars because Luke Skywalker and Boba Fett were having a little cuddle. What? Oh no, is the blackcurrant marmalade dead? Well, apparently our blackcurrant marmalade died while we were away. Is there any... There's some unopened jam you can have. Oh yeah, that was an annoying thing about my trip to Copenhagen, by the way, everybody. So annoyed by this. So you had to pay an extra, I don't know, like gazillion pounds, honestly.
Attention,
to
Twitch user Sammy Kelsch.
Choppers.
To be able to bring a checked bag instead of just carry-on baggage. And I was like, hey, how about I don't do that? So I only carried on, because we were only going to be there for like 3 days. Hello, it's a raid. Hello? Hello, raiders. Welcome on in. Apparently I had my notification sounds muted. I'm so sorry. Hello, Sammy, and welcome. How was your stream? It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Hello, everybody. Let me get a shout out to you as well, Sammy. And how was your stream? How did you go? How are things? Did you have a nice time? Did you finish the lovely artwork that you were working on? Yes, I did poke my head in a little bit earlier, but I was feeling shy, so I didn't say hi in chat. I'm sorry. But it was looking lovely. And as always, if there's anything that you would like to share, you can whisper me a link and I would love to share it with the class. Or if you'd like us to go have a look at your Instagram, we can go do that. It's all good. But regardless, hello, it's lovely to see you and welcome on in. Hello, Kendrin as well. Hello. Hope you had a lovely time in Sammy Ann's stream. Hope you are doing well. How are you? How is everybody doing? How are your Mondays, etc., etc., etc.? I'm sorry to bombard you with all of these questions. You don't have to answer any of them if you don't want to. It's all good. But I should introduce myself as well for anyone who's new here. Hi, my name's Twitch user Sammy Kelsch. I'm a variety streamer. I stream cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays, and I stream cozy game streams on Fridays and every once in a while on Sunday. I don't know what we're doing this week. We'll probably be doing some Hollow Knight on Friday. I don't know what we're doing on Thursday. Depending on how much energy I have, we might do a cozy game stream instead of it. No, I already have the best year's last frag. I don't need more of them. Go away. That's the second one this stream, and we've been going for less than an hour. Can you believe to learn? So rude. Anyways, sorry about that. Anyway. But, yeah, we're working on some mermaid painting today with some fancy new watercolors I'm really looking forward to getting to test out, so that'll be a lot of fun. Sammy Ann says, it was lovely. We worked on the Phoenix, which no, we didn't finish. Oh, you didn't? Okay, but I'm glad to hear that you got it. Some stuff done on it, because it is gorgeous. Finished up some line art / coloring page redo, as I painted it instead of creating line art. Very cool. very, very, very cool. I hope it all went well. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I thank you once again for rating. So let me actually, now that I'm hopefully not interrupted by spam this time, I can actually shout you out. There we go. If you're not following Sammy Ann, go do that, because Sammy Ann's lovely, and she does beautiful, beautiful artworks, and is a very cool person as well. So there's the link. Go give a follow if you would like to. If you've come in on the raid and you're new here, welcome. And I suppose I shall accidentally open my Xbox app when what I was trying to do was pull up Instagram so I could show you. Here's a representative artwork of mine in case you're curious as to what it looks like when my artworks is done. This is a commission that I did recently for someone it was so much fun to paint this. I got to bust out one of my favorite palettes of Japanese watercolors for it. And it was just a lot of fun to do. I painted most of it during Dungeons and Dragons sessions, which was also very, very fun. Lobo, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It is wonderful to see you. Welcome, welcome. We are just working on some silly artworks today, doing some mermaidy stuff, some shiny things. But yeah, this is the piece that I did recently as a commission. That was a lot of fun. The next thing on my feed is not it's not one of my paintings at all. This is my little woolly bear son Piob, who came with us on our trip to Copenhagen and is a big fan of sandwiches, or as he calls them, sandwiches. And so obviously when we got open sandwiches, I had to share mine with him. This sandwich was delicious, by the way. It was you know, like one of those lovely, like, thin slices of, like, intense Danish rye bread with a sort of mashed Ingrid pea spread of, like, this lovely sort of legume situation. Really tasty, very, very Moorish, with some onions, some little, like, cress sprouts on top, as well as some little bits of, like, cheese, like a really sharp cheese that's been made into little crisps. Gazillion out of 10 do recommend. If you're in Copenhagen and you're looking for something to have for lunch, I do recommend going to Rør, which I will not be pronouncing correctly, but it's very, very good. We both really like their sandwiches. My partner got one that was like, it had potatoes and a sort of a pesto of lovage. It was, oh my god, I tasted a little bit. It was nice. Sammy says my daughter has to ask if they're... Yes, they are flipping the bird. Because she thinks that's cool. Yes, Jim is flipping the bird. I was given a reference photo, and they were, in fact, giving the middle finger gesture in it, so I had to recreate it as best as I could. Lobo, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. I will not be paying the art tax today, so Sammy Ann, I'm just not up to date on socials yet, but soon! All right, well, in that case, I look forward to it. And I am going to give you another shout out, because once again, if you're not following Sammy Ann, go enjoy that. Go enjoy that beautiful channel. Keep up the good work, says Lobo. I shall try my very best, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Very, very kind. Gonna take another sip of my beverage real quick. Delish. And I'm gonna finish doing the tail for this little friend if I can. There we go. I think that's a couple of cute little merms. I think that's a cute couple of little merms. Hopefully that's a couple of cute little merms. Anyways, they love each other very much, and they're having a nice time. And I don't know how well you can see it from down there, so let me just bring it in so you can see. They're just having a little quiet focus. Thank you. They're just having a nice little quiet moment in the sea. And I'll probably just put mostly just some sea, like a nice gradient of sea, so going from, you know, sort of you can just about see the light above the water up here down to sort of the briny depths get some nice bit of light and maybe some little bubbles as well. So I think what I need to do is I need to bust out the old masking fluid for both of these people. Are these pirate merms? They might be pirate inspired, Sammy Ann, just a little bit, just a smidge, perchance, perhaps a little, maybe. Listen. It's where my heart is right now. So I'm leaning into it. I'm letting myself be inspired by what I want to be inspired by. And this week it's some pirate merms. But as I said earlier, and anyone who's come in recently might have missed it, since I was in Copenhagen last week, it is the land of mermaids. No judgment, just admiring the perfection. Oh, hey, no you. No you. If you're not familiar with, actually, you know what? I hope this is okay. But someone else here in the chat is very good at mermaid painting. Therefore, I'm going to make you look at one of them. namely this one, because I love it so much. Y'all. This is one of Sammy Ann's sailor mermaids, which is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I love these so much. And also, this was painted using tea, which is just so stinking cool. So, there you go. No you. Where's the my camera's not caught up. No you. There we go. Okay, anyways. Sammy Ann says get out. If I get out, I have to end the stream. Oh. Okay. All right. I'm struggling to open this. Anyways, so yeah, for anyone who isn't aware, the author of The Little Mermaid was a fellow named Hans Christian Andersen. And he is a Danish boy, or was a Danish boy from the Denmark. Interesting fellow, very interesting fellow. But did also pen the original tale of the Little Mermaid that we all know and love. Or know, or think we know, and are surprised by how dark it is actually. Which it is a bit. Having read it as a child after having seen the Disney Little Mermaid, I was like, oh, damn, okay. Wow. This is intense. Anyways. Well, that was a terrible thing for me to say, Sammy. No! I wish the stream to continue because I must see these come to life on the page. Aw, heck. Aw, heck. Hello, Indigo. Welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a great day. I was just talking about the writer Hans Christian Andersen, the doer of the Little Mermaid story. Interestingly, because of this mermaid connection to Denmark in Copenhagen, there is a statue of the Little Mermaid. You can go visit the statue of the Little Mermaid, but annoyingly, during pretty much the entirety of our visit, it was intermittently absolutely tipping it down with rain. So the walk, like the journey to the Little Mermaid statue is a not insignificant walk. It's about a 15-minute walk there, 15-minute walk back to a public transit station. And we both just kind of felt like being stuck out potentially in torrential rain for at least half an hour sounded bad. And so we decided to not visit the Little Mermaid statue. And part of the reason we decided not to visit the Little Mermaid statue is that I was aware of the fact that there is another different statue of a mermaid, unrelated, as far as I know, in a different part of the city that was easier to get to, and right next to a big library that has, crucially, is free to get into and has a cafe. So we went and hung out there while it rained, had some I had some soft drinks. I had a gorgeous rhubarb juice. We had some cake, and we got to visit this amazing mermaid statue that is, she's very small. She's very small in size, but she's really cool. And I had seen a photo of her online, and I absolutely fell in love. I think it's such a cool piece of artwork. And so I was really excited specifically to meet that mermaid statue. Not super fussed about, like, the famous one, but this one I was super jazzed about meeting, and I'm so glad that I met her. She was so heckin' cool. She was sculpted by a woman named, I believe, Anne-Marie Carl Nielsen, which I am probably mispronouncing horribly because I struggle really hard with Danish words and names. They're very difficult for me to remember, and I do apologize. I do mostly know the names of the public transit stops we visited a lot. Oh, shoot! Okay, well, that's a thing that happened. Oh my goodness, that's never happened to me before. Can you believe to learn to know? I'm gonna have to start fully over on masking this off once this dries. So, yeah, fun. Horror, says Sammy, I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be fine. Because thankfully it does lift up once it's dry. So, yeah, not too concerned. That happens to be all the time I do recover, so fear not, says Sammy, and I am honestly not worried at all. It is. I'm just blotting so that the underlayer dries a little bit faster, and we can just get rid ourselves of this horrendous mess. And again, thankfully, it does basically just peel off, so it's all fine. It looks a little bit gross now, but yeah. Thank you for the 25 stream steak, Indigo. Oh my goodness. Who says? Thank you. Thank you very much for those beautiful noises. Oh my goodness. That's why I don't use masking fluid that often. My record is weird, says Sammy Ann. I'm honestly really comforted to know that it isn't just me that stuff like this happens to. It's, I think it's important to share these kinds of moments, though, as well. To just make others be aware of the fact that this kind of thing does happen. Because sometimes I feel like it's easy to feel alone when weird stuff happens to you. And you don't see other people sharing related horror stories. Unfortunately, it is... The removal of the masking fluid does also kind of take up some of my pencil lines, which are now really, really faint. And I am kicking myself for not having taken a photo of these little guys before putting the masking fluid on. Oh no! Oh no, we've got a technical difficulty to boot. Well, heck. Okay. Let me just kickstart my phone camera then. I do apologize for that, but we'll be back in just a moment, hopefully. Okay, we are connected. That is fine. I probably need to just force close out of my screenshot, says Sammy Ann. Ugh. If I had had the hindsight with which to do it. It's okay. It's okay. I can re-add in some of the lines, and while this is kind of, you can still see it, so I'll just strengthen the pencil lines a little bit underneath. Some of this ocean might now look kind of weird because I think this has had a little bit of an effect on the paper. But we'll see how that gets on. Sammy, I want to stream literally everything. Are you sure? I don't know anymore. This has never happened to me before. Oh no. But also, you know, listen, the consequences of anything going wrong here are so minimal that I'm genuinely not that concerned. If this painting turns out weird, it's a weird painting. That's all. It doesn't matter. Literally does not matter. We can redo the sketch. It's fine. Hi, Sunshine! Do I want a drink? Hell yeah! Can you make me a builder's tea in a small-ish mug?
Yeah.
Do you know where the city mug is?
I'll find it. Feel free to the printer.
Okay. Where's the off switch? Okay. Love you. That was my moderator / spouse, everybody. Okay, hopefully the camera's back up and running. Let's take a look and see whether or not we can see what we can see. We can see it! Okay, fantastic! Fight milk to the rescue, says Sammy Ann. Oh, thank you. Neo says, oh no, I know. Neo says, that is honestly such a powerful sentence. The consequences of anything going wrong are so minimal that I'm generally not concerned. I want that on a poster. I wish that applied to the rest of my life, but, you know, I'm happy that it applies here. Ugh. Chat says hello, by the way, sweetheart. Sorry, babe? Oh, if you can bring me a milk pill, that would be great. Thank you. He's bringing me a milk pill as well because he's making me a builder's tea, which is very sweet. Sammy Ann, thank you very much for the lurk. And thank you once again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Very much I do. And I hope you have a lovely day. And thank you for hanging out as well. Okay, let me just make sure that I've picked up all of this crap. Next, I'm going to mask off the other painting I started. Because my intention was, indeed, to work on both of them today. Because I have zero chill. But I'm just gonna... I can just about see most of these pencil lines, so I'm just redrawing them back in. So we can see... We can still see what we're doing. Thank you, Sunshine. Enjoy your milk concept, says Neo. I'll try my best. Okay. Where is it? Clap. Milk pill. I like to think of them as my magic beans because I think it looks like a... I think it looks... Do you not think it looks like a little bean? I think these things look like little beans. Like, it's just a little bean. It's a little bean that lets me digest lactose, and that feels real good. It certainly feels better than not digesting lactose, as I sadly know from experience. I shall enjoy my milk concept. I love that. Okay. Alright. Okay, so... I like these little side fins that I've given them. I think they look real cute. I hope others think that they look cute as well. I feel like this end got a little bit more bitty in places. But hopefully that is survivable. Just a little gentle face touch there, because I think it cute. And we redraw in that little tendril of hair. I might get some of this hair texture somewhat wrong, or somewhat different than it was last time, but you know what, that's okay too. It doesn't need to be 100% exactly the same as before. As long as I think it good. That's the important thing. Is that I personally think it's good. There we go. There's our little tail. And the end of that. Is that still good? I'm sure there will be slight differences between this and the original, but you know, doing my best. Doing my best and having to kind of make stuff up. Oh, my tea is here. Hooray. Okay. Just gonna put my phone there, put my milk pill there. Ah, hot tea, hot tea. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, damn, that's hot. Ha! Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, sunshine. Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry about that, everybody.
Drama queen.
It was the hot tea! My hand were hot. Anyways, sorry about that. Was I talking away from the mic? Can you hear me now? I might have gotten real quiet because I was concentrating. I don't know. Anyways, feeling lightly stressed about this piece now, but I hope it'll still be okay. Oh no. Heck. Okay. Alright, so I want to leave this to one side because I genuinely don't know. I need to re-masking fluid the little guys, but, I'm nervous about it. So let's masking fluid these big guys that I don't know if I like this piece as much. But here we are. Anyways. I think potentially most people have left in secondhand embarrassment now, so, oh good. Anyways. The good news is this is a bigger piece with a bigger sort of area to be kind of covering with our fluid, so hopefully it'll actually go pretty fast and reasonably better than the last one. Oh, beans. Yeah, this was my original idea was mermaids that take up a bit more space on the canvas, partially because the paint that I'm using to do the mermaids' tails and fins and stuff is real fancy, and I wanted to use a lot of it. But with that being said, I kind of really like the composition of the piece with just the two little guys in the big blue ocean. So why not literally just do both and then decide which one I like best, or not decide at all and decide I like both of them because they're very different to each other. And that's also fine. Hopefully I'll decide that I like at least one of them. I don't want to arrive at a point where I decide that I don't like either. And sometimes you finish a piece and you're like, you know what, I'm not really happy with this, and that's fine. That's happened to me from time to time. I've finished a painting and just been like, nah. Neo says, I found out that my fishing bobber in Stardew Valley can be a rubber ducky, and I'm incredibly joyful about it. Oh, hell yeah, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. I was literally playing Stardew Valley earlier today. I've been on a real Stardew kick, so I'm gonna need to investigate that. Because that is heckin' cute. Oh my goodness, a rubber ducky. Oh good, I put my hand in the masking fluid, but at least I didn't pour masking fluid all down the entire piece. Which I would love to not repeat. Ideally, I would love for that to never happen again. But you know, it's all fine. It is fine, and I think that it looks, the way that the sketch looks now looks very cute, so I'm sure it will all be okay in the end. Anyways. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? Masking fluid, paint, Stardew Valley. Oh yeah, the last couple of days I've been popping back into my Stardew Valley farm and just having the loveliest time. I love it there. It's nice. I have so many different saves in this game, depending on what style of farm do I want this run? Do I want to marry someone, and if I do, who would I like to romance? What is the personality of this specific farmer? All that kind of thing. My current sort of main farm that I'm running, I'm in the middle of winter of year 2. My farmer's name is Jeff. And they're having a lovely time. They are married to Harvey, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to romance Harvey, because oh my goodness, he's my favorite romanceable NPC now. He's so stinking cute. He has a good job, and he still goes to work, and does doctor's appointments and stuff. And we have a dog, and we have a baby. Our dog's name is Stu. We also have a dinosaur named Marigold. And I'm thinking of getting a horse. Having just the loveliest time. Oh, and we also have a sheep? No, sorry, a goat. We have a goat, and her name is Olive. She's a very, very good goat. She says, meh. It's very cute. I played it Saturday, says Neo, and then hyper-focused so much that I didn't go to bed and also played half of Sunday. Oh my goodness. It's so easy. It's so easy in that game to just be like, I'm just gonna do one more day on the farm, and then you've done like a full week on the farm, and it's been several hours, and you're like, oh, what time is it? It's so easy. Because it's just such a chill, pleasant, hyper-focused machine. It really is. If you've never played Stardew Valley, it's very easy to get stuck into for a long time if it's the kind of thing that you're into. Anyways, I got to the bottom layer of the caves, found the cool loot, accidentally sold it in a way I can never get it back, closed the game, and went to bed, says Neo. Oh no! Oh my goodness, I found it. I adore Elliot, actually. Elliot is so stinking cute as well. I did have a save on a device I no longer have, sadly, where I was like, Elliot is like this romantic poet, and I feel like if he's gonna be married to anyone, it's Mary Shelley. So I created a character, created a farmer, and I named her Sherry Melly. Because she's basically Mary Shelley. And they got married, and they were very happy. Somewhere out there in the ether, Elliot and his wife Sherry Melly are still very happy together. Goat, says Neo. Very good goat, and good name. She is the goodest goat. Absolutely the goodest goat. Indigo says, I found out why my math didn't work. I used the wrong numbers. That'll do it, I've been given to understand. Apparently, even if you do the math right, the result is useless if you use the wrong numbers. I'm unsurprised, but also, I don't know jack about maths, to be perfectly honest with you, so anything's possible, frankly. Okay, I'm going to attempt to very carefully masking fluid these bad boys again, and then I might drop a little BRB, because this, I'm a little nervous doing this now, because things went a little bit pear-shaped the last time I tried. I am also holding on to the masking fluid bottle with like a vice grip now, because I don't want anything to go wrong this time. I would love to be able to just safely mask off the parts that I don't want to be painted as ocean, which is basically these two little merpeoples. And then I will drop a quick break to get my bearings, to be perfectly honest. Okay. Anyways, okay, we've got potential spoilers ahead for the game. Elliot is genuinely my life idol, says Neo. He's moved out to follow a dream everyone told him was not realistic and got into a cabin in the ocean. His apartment has nothing but space to be creative, but he makes it work because he believes in his dreams. Also, in my opinion, his appearance is gender disobedient and his name is is the name of a famous trans person. He's the best and I love him. I love him too. I really do. And he and Sherry Melly were very happy on that farm. They had a cat. They had a cat. He's very cute. And he's still happily doing his creative pursuits. God, I wish that were me. Like, God, I wish that were me. I mean, obviously I'm doing my creative pursuits here, but believe it or not, I have a day job when I'm not streaming. I am not yet a full-time doer of creative stuff, which it feels like I don't know how else to I can't think of what the word is for it. But it's like one of those things where like I need time to properly properly put in the work that I need to do in order to make my creative aspirations manifest. But and I can't leave my day job until I, have made some of my creative ambitions manifest. But I need time in which to do that, which is time I do not have because I have to have a regular job. Which kind of feels like a trap. It kind of feels like I'm just stuck with this forever in a constant state of, I really want to finish this thing, but I don't have time. Well, how do I get time? By being allowed to just do this thing full time, which I can't because I need to have a normal job. So quit your normal job, but I need to be more established as an artist in order to quit my normal job, and in order to become more established as an artist, I need time. Also, I've been cruising through burnout for a few years, and it's not getting any better, so hey ho. Listen, I just want to be a storyteller, really. It sounds so pretentious, but it doesn't sound pretentious when, like, an award-winning film director gets to say it, because everyone already thinks that they're cool. I don't know. Probably because they're an attractive cis man, which probably helps. Anyways. That is a nice cup of tea. Anyways, thank you very much for the spoons as well. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the rant there, but sometimes it be like that. Appreciate the spoons though. I think that's part of why I think non-dependent general income would be great. Ooh, yes, please. Can you imagine? I just feel like society in general would be in many ways still a place with like flaws and problems, but maybe a little bit chiller if we had like UBI, because at the very least you wouldn't get stuck in a situation where, for instance, like, you're in a crappy job that is not doing it for you, that you're not good at and you don't enjoy, but you can't leave it because you need the income, and you don't have time to take, 6 to 12 months out to retrain with a new qualification to pursue a different job, for instance. So you're just effed, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem productive for society as a whole, generally. But what do I know? I don't know. I feel like if there were, something like a universal basic income, that people knew that, like, okay, if I'm between jobs and whatever, I don't think that it demonstrates, like, people are still going to want jobs. People are still going to want jobs. It's not like suddenly everyone is so filthy rich that nobody wants to have jobs anymore. People would like to have jobs. Jobs make you feel good. You know, working makes you feel good if you are able to do it in some way, in general. You know, people who it's like when you see someone retire from like a place that they've been working for decades and they take like 12 months off and then they just get another job someplace else. Because people get bored without jobs. People want jobs. But what that gives you is a little cushion to like take a sabbatical and like get a qualification that you wanted to, or get training that you want to, or learn something, or just rest, like reduce the amount of time and income lost to things like workplace related stress leave. Just a thought. And general health issues related to stress because people feel like they aren't allowed to take time out to rest. But hey, what do I know? I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think that every job, I think sabbaticals should just be a thing that you are allowed to do no matter what your career is. That is to say, you've been working for X number of years, and you just get like, you can just take a year out to go, travel or go learn something new, like go take a course or something, to just, to do like a secondment in a different job that you've been interested in, like whatever. I think everyone should have this opportunity open to them no matter what your job is, what your level of education is. I think that it's generally a good thing. I think it would be very fulfilling, and I think good for people in general, and I don't think it would necessarily be like damaging to workplaces to do it. Maybe it would be, I don't know, but if it was normalized on like, a national scale or whatever, that this is something that you were able to do, I think that, I think that infrastructure would just adjust and they'd figure that out. But again, what do I know? I don't know. I'm not capitalism with a capital C. I am a tiny artist with a Ko-fi shop that just about sustains the cost of the materials it takes to produce my artwork. So, hey. Neo says, imagine employers having to solicit jobs by being good employers because people can choose if they want to leave. Yeah, how about that? Wouldn't that be amazing? Imagine the power of an employee that gets to choose doing their passion however more productive they'd be. Yeah, exactly. Like if it's like, there is a big difference between I'm doing this job because it's the only job that would hire me versus I'm doing this job because I'm genuinely interested in it. And, there is enough of like a diversity of people and personalities and skills and interests out there that there is work for most people who are able to do so. That is something that they would get some sort of satisfaction out of. And it is a real shame that so many of us kind of drudge through our days being like, I don't like this and it makes me unhappy, but I don't feel like I'm allowed to pursue an alternative. Whatever that alternative may be. Whether it's like, I would rather just work in a shop, but I don't feel like, I have a I don't know, physics degree, so they'll look at me and say I'm overqualified or whatever. It's just, anyways, Indigo says, I'm so glad I found a fun job that pays well. I love that for you so much. I wish absolutely everyone a fun job that pays well. I really do. How many more people could work in volunteer work because they have the option to prioritize the work that doesn't pay but is vital to society? Oh, hell yeah! Then there is a lot of that about. There are things that, like, if I were able to do so, I would not mind, doing, like, I've considered, like, would I hate working in, like, a charity shop, like, 1 or 2, sort of days a week or a few hours a week or something like that. And in the grand scheme of things, I probably would enjoy that, honestly. But I would not enjoy that because I am unable to afford to do that because it does not pay you any money. And, I need what little money I have to continue to be having. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna fill up my water cup so we can actually start painting. And I'm gonna take a quick BRB. And I'm going to try and think of some fun stories about my trip to Copenhagen to share when I get back, because I'm sure I have some, I just don't remember them. So, yeah, we'll be back. Radford, oh, I almost said a swear word. Third one this stream. Can you believe to learn? Ugh, awful. Sorry about that, everyone. Anyways, hey, Aoife, I'm just about to BRB. I'm real sorry, but I'll be back in just a second. I will be back in just a second. So, hello. And I'm gonna BRB. Welcome back. Let's continue. Anyways. What was the thing? Oh yeah, we got hit with like a stupid spam, stupid. And, I just wanted to say, now that we're back, just in case there's any doubt in anyone's minds, and I'd be very shocked if there was, don't ever purchase viewers. I know there's like 0.001% of streamers who fall for this nonsense, who are new and maybe streaming to like a general audience of like 1 to 3 viewers, and I just purchasing views, purchasing follows, getting like the fake engagement is going to F any potential organic growth. Because like algorithms and stuff figure out that there's fake engagement going on and will not love you for it. But Sammy, they're so cheap, says Indigo. But it's not genuine, so it's not doing you any good. If, like, for instance, if, I see, if you see a stream where there's, like, supposedly 500 viewers, and they have supposedly, like, 10,000 followers, and there's no one talking in chat, it's gonna feel a little bit sus, I would much rather be hanging out in a stream where there are 3 viewers, but they're all real people, And I think most people agree. Aoife says, I am one of the cheapest and dare I say best viewers in my humble opinion out there. I think you are an excellent viewer. And I have almost 69 followers. Nice. Without ever having streamed. Nice. I kind of worry about those people. They're waiting for you to start streaming, and they're very excited for whatever it is you end up deciding to stream, clearly. And you know what? That's awesome. I'm pretty sure did I have close to... I definitely, before I started streaming, there was a few months between when I kind of joined Twitch proper as like a community member and started streaming. And I think I had under 50 followers before I started streaming, but it wasn't that, it was like maybe 30 or so. And yeah, I'm like, why are you here? I haven't streamed yet. And then I think when I did start streaming, I don't know whether or not I like advertised that fact particularly well. So things were pretty quiet for the first little while. At some point, I'd love to go back to my roots as a streamer, because the first game that I ever streamed was this genuinely quite terrible FMV game from the 90s, but it was really fun. Was it good? No, it was not good. But I had a fun time doing it anyways. I would play something like that again. There are a few games I'd quite like to play and I think would be fun to stream. I dialed back on the Sunday streams because I used to stream every Sunday. And that was simply too much schedule for me. Like, I basically didn't have any time off to do anything else, and I was exhausted. So, I stream very occasionally on Sundays now, and I really, really, really feel like it. And because it's entirely off schedule, I don't expect anyone will probably turn up when I stream on Sundays, but that's okay. The cool kids who know will have a real fun time. I I hope. Mel, hello, welcome in. Hello. Some actually are told me exactly that, says Aoife. There you go. How's it going, Mel? It's lovely to see you. Mel says, a genuine interaction is definitely more valuable than fake engagement. Absolutely. You had a good soft open, as they say. Yes, exactly, yes. A good soft open. But yeah, I'm pre-wetting this paper down. I haven't actually made a plan as to what paint is gonna go where here, but you know, we'll figure that out amongst ourselves when we get to it, I suppose. It's all fine. I got a little drop on one of my mer people's face, so let me fix that. I got like 3 or 4 bots already, so even if I stop streaming, I can at least say I've made it, says Indigo. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've had three like cheap viewers on 3 of them. I have to assume that there are people out there who have fallen for the like get viewers by paying us money scam. Which A, I'm pretty sure is against the rules, and B, is really obvious to spot when someone has purchased engagement. When you see it sometimes with like businesses on Instagram who are like, oh, we need more followers, and then they have like 25,000 followers and they get like 2 likes and 0 comments on everything they post. It's like, okay. I'm sure all of these followers are real people who are genuinely engaged with your business. Sure. Sure, Jan. That is not a way to grow an audience. That is not a way to find people, which I think is more important than quote-unquote growing an audience anyways. I just want people to hang out with while I paint. I've seen a toy on Amazon for ages 168 and up in small print in months. 168 months. That's... I can't do that math. That's too much maths. That's hilarious. And also, why would they do it like that? Neo says, is it okay to talk about other streams? As in, ask Indigo what she streams, or would you rather we keep the talk not related to your stream to a minimum? You can absolutely ask other streamers what they stream. There are parts of the Discord that are all about letting us know when you stream. I would like to know, and I'm very happy for people to share what they stream and if they stream. My caveat with that, I suppose, is if you have just come here to be like, hi, how's it going? I stream too. Please come watch my channel. Don't do that. That's gauche. But if you're a friend of the channel, and we're all friends of the channel here, then please, by all means. It's 14, says Aoife. Thank you for doing the maths for me. 120 is 12, the remaining 48 are 4. Thank you. I would have gotten there eventually, but I didn't want to be sitting here doing mental maths. Because I would not be able to do... I would have to get real quiet to do that. Because I can't do it out loud, because I'm stupid. So thank you. No beans. Anyways. So I'm taking some... I know!
Oh hell yeah, oh no it's Lino just subscribed. Oi oi Savaloys.
Oh hell yeah to you, oi oi Savaloys. Thank you very much for the sub, 28 months. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you. Hope you are having a lovely one, my friend. It's very, very good to see you. Welcome. Okay, we are painting in some watery depths here, hopefully on screen. Hopefully the depths are deep enough, I'm not sure. I would actually looking at this love for it to be potentially a little bit more saturated, but never mind. I might drop some more on top of it as we go, depending on how I feel about it. Anyways. 168 is the lowest I found. That's all good. If they had toys for small toddlers, I could kind of get why they do months. But they just kept it for their big boy toys, but they genuinely sell adult woodcrafting stuff, and 14 is the lowest age I found. That's so bizarre. Why not just say ages 14 and up? People will understand that. If people see 168, they'll be like, oh, well, I'm not an immortal being. I'm not an elf. I can't use this. That's so weird. That is so weird. What a strange choice. I am truly, well and truly baffled by that. Very much I am. Oh no, there's a breeze coming in, so my paper is drying quite quickly. So let me just try and pick up some more of this water and the paint and make it be painty. La la la. I would like for these colors to kind of bleed into each other a smidge. I wish that there was, can I kind of add more to what's already down here? Kind of deepen it a bit. Because it's quite, I mean, it wants to be translucent, but it's quite translucent. Can it be a little bit more lucid? What the no! Okay, well, my camera app has crashed. Sorry about that. Let's get that back. Hello. Sorry about that, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my goodness gracious. Anyways, let me catch up with chat real quick. Indigo says, so far it's been whatever I'm playing, really. I actually think it's been a different game every stream. That's awesome as heck! Hell yeah! And again, if you do want to let us know when you stream, you can tell us in the Discord. Because I do try and at least lurk on streams when I'm around of folks in the community. Sometimes I feel shy. Sometimes I get a bit shy. So I might be real quiet. But is that weird that I live stream myself and then I get too shy to like chat a lot of the time in other chats? I think it's also an energy thing, because it is socializing, and sometimes I use up my social battery in streaming, and so then finding things to say in chats, I'm like, no, I've run out. I've run out of batteries. Heck. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. I think at this point we're getting somewhere. I think it's looking fun. At least I hope it's looking fun. Let me pick up some more of this blue. Get some. Oh, hell yeah. Get some nice depth to it. Kind of get these colors to bleed together a little bit. And just get some nice oceanic effect happening around and about. I hope, anyways. Okay. Well, this is fun. This is fun, I think. At least I hope this looks fun. I don't know. I hope it looks fun. I'm having a fun time painting it so far. Okay. I've got a moderator / spouse at the door. Hey, babe. What's up? Okay, have fun. I love you. Yay. Anyways. Aoife says, I was in a chat yesterday, bit shy until a thingy popped up. Want to play No Bad Time for Tentacle Porn for your 500 points? Hello? Hello? Well, I'm sorry neither of these mer people have tentacles. And and I'm sorry that this is entirely safe for work, barring the fact that you can see some mer nipples. But, oh my. That's some spicy content. Is that not too spicy for Twitch? TOS? I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not going to test that limit on this stream, personally. But, you know, that's just me. Anyway. Heck. You wouldn't think that I would fluster about, spicy things after the YouTube video that I just shared, which you may or may not have seen. It was the sound clip of herself, so I guess that's fine. The streamer happened to ask, do I have time for that at the moment? I felt almost forced. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow. Anyways. That's fun. What was I gonna say? I'm grabbing some of this cobalt turquoise because I think it'll be nice. I'm kind of testing what I want to do with gradients and stuff, and we might do something similar to this for the other piece. We might do something different depending on how I feel like this ends up looking. Ooh. Ooh, this is doing fun stuff. Hell yeah. Cobalt turquoise is a very granulating pigment, so it's quite a lot of fun to work with from that perspective in this sort of like wet on wet setting. It's nice and bold, and you can get some really nice kind of textures with it, which I think works well for kind of an oceanic setting, or at least I hope it will. There we go. Okay. Well, this feels like it looks quite nice and cool. I like these colors. I do. I think what I might just additionally do is just pull up a little bit of violet and just find some bits near the bottom that are still a little bit wet and just drop in a little bit of violet here and there. Just for funsies. Just to see what we can do with that. The answer is I think we can do something quite fun. Just kind of a little patch. Like that. Yeah! Oh, I think that's very fun. I think that's very, very fun. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Can I maybe add a little bit more of the black towards the bottom as well? Just give it a little, just darken it down a smidge. I think it'd be cool. Like so. Awesome sauce. Oh, beans, that sauce is so awesome. Yeah, I like that. It looks like a happy little sea. I reckon. There's a little... Can I kind of... There's a little bridge there. Kind of just blend that together. Okay! I like that. I think that's nice. I hope it does look nice. Watercolors are fun, but I love how non-committal digital art, as says Indigo. Yeah, that's been a struggle with these pieces, is the commitment. Absolutely. Thank you for the hydrate mesh. Mike! I hate that I pointed out that, and I'm not going to repeat it here because I don't want people to start calling me Mike. That's not my name, and I will not answer to it. Anyways, how's it going, Mesh? It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Or games, or whatever you would like me to call you. Anyways, doing some pixel art right now, and I really enjoy it. Says Indigo. Oh, sweet. I wish I could do digital art. I have attempted, and I've been very frustrated by the results. Maybe that's just a skill issue because I haven't done very much of it, but I had a really difficult time. But yeah, I could see myself enjoying pixel art, I think, says Aoife. Yeah! That sounds so fun, Indigo. I'd love to see how it turns out if you want to share. Pixel art seems so cool. It is a skill. It's a very cool skill. And I would love to be able to do it. But yeah, digital art, could just work on something on the side and not worry. Also, with digital art, you never spill masking fluid all over your canvas. That does not happen, and if you did, you could just Control Z it, which must be real nice. If you're in trouble, I will call you by your full name, Sammy Mike Kelch. You know what? If that wants to be my middle name, then so be it, because then, I don't know, I feel a little bit less like I'm doxing myself by telling you my full name on the internet. So that's fine. I'm doing wonderful, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you very much, Mesh. I appreciate it. With digital art, I spill coffee all over my tablets. Oh my god, you're right. That is very possible. I did have a situation once where I got an entire pasta dinner all over my laptop, and it's never been the same. Not this one, thankfully. Aoife says a scoundrel in me wants to switch to Mike for good so bad, but I'm fighting it. Your name is Sammy. My name is Sammy. Please call me Sammy. I would really appreciate it if you called me Sammy. Thank you. Anyways. But yeah, Indigos is currently getting beat up by animating different frames. Oh my goodness. But that sounds so fun! That sounds so fun, Indigo. I love that for you. Hell yeah. Okay, I think this is such a big space that I want to do a couple of things. I think we need a larger brush. Is this brush going to be too big for this space? Is this brush going to be too big? I don't know. But I feel like the brush that we've been using is potentially going to be too small to do it at speed. Oh, never mind. We've got something that we have to do first anyway, so let's just put that away. Because more important than that, Lux, hello. It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. We have a terrible drawing time request from our good friend Lux, who would like to see Pokeroo floating in the clouds, ridden by tired geese. Why? Hello, Lux. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you, my friend, and welcome in to the terrible drawing time. There is not enough space on this terrible drawing canvas. Give me 1 second and I'll find a new piece of paper. Oh, pretzels. Pretzels, my friends. I am running out of terrible drawing paper. Do I have terrible drawing paper? Oh, please tell me I have terrible drawing paper here somewhere. These ones have all been drawn. What year? Okay, I have to steal into the other room for a moment to find a terrible drawing paper. So different paper. It is you know, still art paper, but it is a finer GSM, but it'll do for now. Anyways, what have I missed? Hello, chat. Varieties, spice of life says Mel. I wholeheartedly agree. Let me pop back into my notifications and look at the things. Games says, honestly, not the worst request. Imagine if you had to draw an ISS frog. It'd be a shame if someone made an artist draw something like that. Sledge is here. Hello, darling. It's lovely to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we have some different paper. This is an A5 layout pad made by Claire Fontaine. So, hopefully, it's fine. it'll be fine for, like, pencil sketchies, but it is definitely a different grade of paper to the paper that I usually use for terrible drawing. But that's okay, because I don't have any terrible drawing paper. Allow me to explain for anyone who's new here what the heck I'm talking about with this terrible drawing nonsense. So basically, we have a channel point redeem where I've never made Sammy draw horrors. Never ever, says Lux. No, absolutely not at all. Hello. Terrible drawing time is a phenomenon that happens on this stream whereby for 5,000 channel points, I have 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept of your choosing from memory or sight unseen on a terrible drawing canvas. Here's a new one because apparently I've kind of used up all of the space on this one. There's a lot of Pokemons on here. For instance, there's Mawile, I believe, Duskull, obviously. What is this, Luigia? There's Breloom. What was this guy? This guy was hiding in the bushes. This was Smoliv, and this is Dolliv. Obviously, this is Small Olive, and this is Dolly Parton if she was a Small Olive. That was... I'm not sure what that was. That was an Amphora. Etc., etc. That was Golurk, of course! Of course it was Golurk! Alright, I have to attempt to draw Shroomish! Yes, Golurk and Shroomish, that's of course. So I drew a little guy who was a mushroom-ish. Pokeroo floating in the clouds, ridden by tired geese. Oh my god, okay, so let me set a timer for 5 minutes, I guess. I'm trying to remember what the heck Pokeroo looks like from memory. Listen, I do not have a good visual memory. My visual memory is bad. Like, my visual memory is so bad. I'm starting the timer, 5 minutes on the clock, starting now. There we go. My visual memory is garbage. So, that's what you can expect from this. Oh boy. I shall try my best, but I make no promises as to it looking anything like Pokeroo. But let me try. But in my defense, most people here are not from Ontario and therefore don't know what Pokeroo looks like anyways. Pokeroo was a creature, a guy from a TV show called The Polka Dot Door, and is floating in the clouds ridden by tired geese. Okie dokie. So here comes Pokeroo. How the flip am I gonna I'm in Ontario and it hearts says games. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How am I gonna draw this Pokeroo floating in the clouds ridden by tired geese? Okay, so here comes Pokeroo, who kind of has kind of a snoot like that. And big creepy eyes. Has seen some stuff. They've also got kind of a fringe. So I'm going to give them kind of a fringe, and then they're sort of sticky out ears on either side. Like this. And then Pokeroo's kind of got like a weird long neck. And then they're wearing like a weird sort of polka dot tunic, if memory serves. And then have they got big feet? I feel like they've got reasonably big feet. So I'm gonna, that's what I'm gonna go for. Maybe some striped socks for funsies. And, there's polka dots all over their outfit, of course. Of varying sizes. Because polka dots are the brand of the polka dot door people show stuff. Whatever. So here's Pokeroo so far. I hope I hope I'm doing them justice. I honestly have no idea. Oh, they also had like a weird polka dot sort of on their neck, I think. But they're also being ridden by tired geese. So I'm gonna have to draw some... Great, I'm gonna have to draw some geese as well. which look like this now. Maybe make that bill a little bit longer. There we go. Some sleepy little geese, and of course they're floating through the clouds. So let's draw some clouds in. There we go. Okay, here we have Pokeroo floating through the clouds, being ridden by tired geese. I don't know what else I can do with this. I'm just for the absolute avoidance of doubt, I think I'm just gonna pop a little speech bubble in here. I'm gonna move this paint water out of the way before disaster strikes again. And I'm just gonna have them be saying the one thing that Pokeroo knows how to say, which is, of course, his own name. Because he's that kind of character who can speak, but can only say, Pokeroo! So this is... Drawing geese is fun, though. I mean, I had fun drawing do these geese look good? No. But I had fun drawing them, so I hope it's okay. It's actually pretty good, says Lux. Thank you. Anyways, imagine, you can imagine Pokeroo floating through the clouds being ridden by tired geese. I decided not to do Canada geese specifically because they are terrifying and will murder you for your snacks. And also, trusting me to remember how to draw a Canada goose is more than I feel like you can. Hang on. Let's do a little compare and contrast of this versus the actual Pokeroo. So let me just quickly pull up an image off screen of what the actual Pokeroo looks like. And see how well I did. Like, I feel like I had a pretty good memory for Pokeroo. Okay, Pokeroo's head is a weird shape that I don't think I really captured here, like, at all. But listen, I tried. Oh man, precious memories of the polka dot door starring Pokeroo. Oh, this is the cutest photo of Pokeroo I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness. Can I? Yeah! Hello to this Pokeroo! Okay, so, friends, getting the suspicion that Lux just makes you draw their latest fever dreams. That is... I wouldn't put it past him, and if that's what you're doing, buddy, then amazing. But also, wherever you get these ideas from, I want to know, because your ideas are always so fun and so good. Okay, so this is my attempt at drawing Pokeroo. This is what he would look like if he was standing up, I guess. But he's flying through the clouds, saying Pokeroo, and this is what Pokeroo actually looks like. Pokeroo! This is the real Pokeroo. So I gave him striped socks, and apparently his legs were just naked. It's called mental illness and trauma. Oh, I've got that in spades! Yay! Also, I love you. Woo, says Lux. Yeah! This is Pokeroo, everyone. This is the real Pokeroo. Pokeroo! Kobe says, why is everything from Canada a fucking nightmare? Am I included in that? Because, I mean, yeah, also, hi, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, this is Pokeroo. I'm sorry for the jump scare, if anyone is, like, terrified by this creature, but this was a lovely, sweet, adorable friend from my childhood. So yeah. That being said, I feel like if I'd ever met Pokeroo in real life as, like, a child, like a preschool-aged child, I would have cried. I would have cried. Because I would have been terrified. Because he's, like, 7 feet tall. And whatever Pokeroo is supposed to be. a pokeroo. Anyways, oh my god, this is the fourth one today. Get in the flipping bin. Get in the flipping bin, you stupid loser. Anyways, pardon my French. But we are not here for that kind of shenanigans. Bagged milk is not that bad, says Games. I did not realize growing up that bagged milk was not something that was like universally available. But no, apparently it's weird. But anyways, that was the true horror is Télé Français Ananas, says Lux. No. We love Ananas. It was a French pineapple who talks and stuff. Ananas inspired our stream friend who holds my paintbrushes. There is a stream sticker of Ananas, which is my favorite thing, and I realize is it's a very niche reference that no one cares about but me. But Tough Biscuits. Anyways, I know bagged milk from... Oh, Poland has bagged milk as well, but Germans don't seem to know it either. It's weirdly regionally specific. Is Ontario the French part or the English part? Ontario is predominantly English. There are portions of Ontario that are French speaking. And there are, within the English speaking areas, there will also be like French schools. Or at least where I grew up. But certainly there are other parts of Ontario that are more francophone than others. And I grew up in one of the many, I would say, much more predominantly English areas. So yes, the most French area that you will encounter in Canada is Quebec, which is the province directly to the east of Ontario. That is the most French province, I would say, but there are enclaves of French speakers in other provinces as well. Anyways, Mel says, shelf-stable milk is what weirds me out the most. What does one do with a bag of milk? So the way that bagged milk works is you have a jug at home that the milk bag slot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to find you a photo of this. So for anyone who doesn't know, in Canada or in parts of Canada, you can buy milk in these like plastic bags, and then the bags go into a jug, and they look like, can I find a reasonably sized photo of it? I don't know. And they will, a lot of the time, your milk jug or pitcher or whatever you want to call it will also come with a, oh my god, someone on Etsy is selling a hand-painted ceramic pitcher for milk bags. Are you freaking kidding me? That is so cool. Anyways, they'll often come with a little thing that lets you actually, like, trim off the corner of the milk bag to pour. But, here's a fancy milk jug. So, yeah, basically there are these purpose-built pitchers that the milk bags fit inside, and you put the milk bag inside the pitcher, and you use that to pour. It's great. Bagged milk just sounds so odd to me, just like the mental image of holding it. It feels real weird to hold a bag of milk. I will say the material that the bag is made out of is very sturdy, so you're not likely to, like, break it or anything. They are very well constructed and well sealed generally. In a pitcher / jug, hopefully with a lid. No, there's just a little puncture on the corner. But I think the way that it stays fresh since it's just a small cut, says Games. And I think also I noticed this anyways. My parents buy milk cartons, which you are probably more familiar with. We get, here in the UK, by and large, we get, like, plastic jugs of milk. In Canada, if it's not bags, it's, like, cartons, like paper cartons. But my parents, by and large, buy cartons, and one of the things that I noticed about the milk that they bought is the shelf life of it is weeks longer than the milk that we get in the UK. Weeks longer than any of the milk that we get in the UK. Which I assume is something to do with the way that it's pasteurized. But I think that's part of the reason that just clipping a corner off of your milk jug and leaving it in the fridge, it'll be fine for a normal amount of time. Whereas if I were to do that with British milk, it would probably go off. Our milk usually has a shelf life of, like upwards of a few days before it starts to go funky. But like my parents just buy regular milk and it's best before like several weeks out from when they buy it. And I was very confused by this when we visited. Because I'm very now used to milk going off 2 days after I open it, you know. Thanks, Britain. Anyways. It sits open, says Mel. Yeah. I know bagged milk is also a thing in the Middle East, says Kobe. Interesting. It's interesting to see these, like, I suppose, enclaves of milk bag being a usual method of containing your milk. Though it's tough to bring a bag of milk home from... I imagine it's tough to bring a bag of milk home from the store. It is a little bit... They usually... like, the milk bags themselves usually come in, like, a multi-pack, so you'll buy, like, 4 bags of milk at a time. And they will keep longer. You know, the ones that aren't open will keep as well. Anyways. Gabe says, redeemed milk. Sammy will buy a bag of milk and show it next stream. I don't think I can. I think they did. There was a brief period where I think a couple, like maybe Sainsbury's, I think, toyed with trying to sell bagged milk here, and it just didn't take off because no one has like the jug at home. So what are you supposed to do with it? But one of the things that I liked about bagged milk is the milk bags were very sturdy, so they were good for like reusing for containing other things once the milk was gone. Like you would rinse it out real good. Like you would rinse it out to throw away anyways. So you would rinse it out real good, let it dry, and then use it as like a baggie for, you know, like containing some snacks or, you know, like leftovers or other bits and bobs because they were good bags. Also throwing them as fun, says Games. No! Mustn't. 2 days. Is it raw milk, says Mel? No, it just goes off real fast here. I don't know. Also, I think our fridges kind of suck. Like, so maybe they're not staying as cold as they should be, but no, our fridge is nice and cold. But still, after being open for like 2 days, I find that milk can start to develop a bit of a smell. In my experience. Anyways. Kobe said, yeah, in the United Kingdom, Sainsbury's began a pilot experiment on distributing milk in bags in 2008 in conjunction with Dairy Crest. It was originally targeted at 35 stores at the same price as a regular 2 imperial pint plastic bottle of milk. The product was expanded nationwide in 2010, at which point the bags retailed at a discounted price compared to traditional containers, but stopped in early 2015. Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember seeing them briefly in, like, the big Sainsbury's in the city center, but, like, a couple of times, and then not at all. Oh my god, Lux says milk bags are what my grandma's Russian friends would use to store extra pelmeni and other food that they'd make. Yes! Oh my god! My grandmother would come visit and she would bring a milk bag or 2 full of, like, pogacha. My grandmother's Hungarian, by the way. It's something about Central Eastern European grannies absolutely loving the milk bag as a storage device. My first year here in the UK, I got a care package for Christmas from my family back home, including a milk bag full of Hungarian honey cookies. Which is one of my favorite holiday treats. I have successfully recreated the recipe once. And I would love to try again because they are... the mézes pogacha. They're so good. So good. And no one makes them like your grandmother does, right? So me attempting to recreate that recipe is scary. Anyways, Neo says lol. Yep. Mm-hmm. That is wild that I didn't it's one of those things where, like, is our experience more universal than we thought, Lux? Because, like, yes, I wholeheartedly know the experience of grandmothers reusing milk bags to store, like, leftover foods and baked goods that they've made and stuff. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, that's wild. How is this drying? Ooh, so this is what this looks like now that it's kind of dried a bit. I like this paint. I think it looks real neat. I'm gonna hang on to that for a second and attempt to do some oceanic background on this bad boy. I'm going to, I was debating whether or not I was going to use this brush. I think this brush is intimidatingly too large. So I'm going to use this brush instead, which is less intimidating, less large, but a little bit bigger than this guy. So I might be able to do some larger swaths of canvas a little bit faster, is my aim. And I should probably want to work fairly quickly on this. You don't want to over soak the paper. The paper is probably kind of in a bad state at this point because of the fact that we had a bit of a mishap earlier, and I'm a little concerned that that spill may have affected the finish on the paper in some areas of it, but I suppose we'll soon find out whether or not that's the case and how bad, if it is. Hopefully we'll be all right. But let's try and create some oceanic situations, some watery depths. I was gonna add some little bubbles into this in places. You know what? Maybe I'm just gonna not. Mel says my brain is broken, but I'm loving learning about this. I think it's post-war European folk, says Lux. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Did you mention your latest YouTube video? I did mention it earlier, but I will mention it again and pop a link to my YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed, you can do that. I don't post very often, but when I do, it's weird and more than likely some kind of an unhinged deep dive, which is part of what this video is. It's partially a recipe video. It's partially some weirdness. A little etymological investigation, as it were. A little bit of spice, as much innuendo as I feel I can get away with on YouTube. Feel free to consider dropping a little looky-loo. Even if you don't want to watch it, feel free to just leave it on in the background on mute. That counts as a view. And I think I was towing close to 100 views. I would love to get 3 figures worth of views. I am nowhere near my channel being monetized at any point in the near future, which is why I did this video now, because, as I say, it gets a little bit spicy. But we're not averse to a little bit of spice here. We're all grown-ups, and we're okay with that. At least I hope y'all are okay with that. If you're not okay with that, I do apologize. You don't have to watch the video. I'm just happy you're here. But if you want to, it exists. Thank you for reminding me to put it out there again, Mel. I appreciate it. I am working on the script of my next video, by the way, which hopefully will be out a little bit sooner than the gap between this last video and the next. We'll see whether or not that actually comes true. But I am hopeful that it will be. And I hope that people will like it. I hope people like this one. I don't know. I realize my videos might be a little bit weird, a little bit Marmite, probably. It probably helps if you already like me a bit as a person. I don't know. I'm trying my best. I hope it's okay. I do hope that y'all enjoy it. I do have a lot of fun making these. They are incredibly silly. But I am serious about, like, doing the history and stuff. I think it's interesting. I think it's worth pursuing. I think it's worth exploring. All that jazz. And yeah. Yeah, Sammy's video about Dick, says Kobe. That video made me hungry for Dick, says Indigo. Oops. Mel says, your videos always offer some brand new information that I find interesting. Oh, thank you so much. I see the can at the store and always wonder. And now you know. Who doesn't love gobbling about Dick, says Lino. Spotted Dick, of course. Or if you prefer it unspotted, that's alright too. We support all manner of Dick here and all manner of puddings as well. Okay. I might actually start from the top and work my way down on this one. Is that a mistake? Maybe. I don't know. I suppose we'll find out. Oh, getting some nice oceanic swirls in here. Cool. Actually, no, I'm gonna... I changed my mind. I'm gonna go from the bottom again, because I think it'll probably work better, actually. Get some swirls. I would like some more saturation and deeper depths if I can as well. So let me try and get all of that in here. This is definitely the things that happened to the paper earlier are definitely having an effect, I think, on the paper texture in places, which is a bit of a difficulty, but you know, eh. But it's alright. It'll be fine. Getting some interesting, nice sort of bleedy effects with the colors, I hope. I kind of draw this inwards as well. Hopefully this will... Oh god, is this going to look bad? I don't know. I hope not. We're gonna give this some more passes anyways. If I can just get some tiny little areas here between my two little merms. And I was indeed inspired by the beautiful city of Copenhagen to do mermaid content, because there's a lot of mermaid stuff in the area, and I think they're neat. This is getting quite murky. I don't know how I feel about it. But the important thing with mixing it till it sticks, says Kobe. Oh no! Oh heck! Oh heck! No comment. Anyways, sorry if I get a bit quiet for a second here. I'm concentrating on trying to make this look nice, because I don't know if it looks nice yet, and I would like it to be nice. I think we've got some interesting blobbits going on, but also I am definitely feeling that some of the paper texture got a little bit weird with the whole situation. Can I maybe... I think I just want some more just cobalt blue over the whole thing to make it feel extra oceany, real bluey. It is the sea and stuff. Anyways, I will say I do enjoy a bit of a spotted dick pudding. I think it's nice. I did enjoy attempting to make it the traditional way. Would I do it again? I probably wouldn't rush to do it again because it's a faff. I don't want to say too much else because I don't want to spoil the video. You should just watch the video. Unless you don't want to watch the video, in which case you shouldn't watch the video. You should do whatever brings you joy, makes you happy, fulfills you in your life. It's all good. Well, that's very wet now. So I'm thinking we may not actually get to use the fun paints to paint in the mermaids anyways today. Oops. Which is fine. Possibly my bad for deciding to do two paintings because I wasn't sure about the composition of this one, so I decided to do a second one as well. Like an absolute menace. Never mind. But hey, you know what? As long as we're all having fun, that's the important thing. Are we having fun? I'm having fun. Having fun with this piece. I had so much fun in Copenhagen. I'm glad I did that. I don't really go places and do things. Believe it or not, I don't really go places and do things very often. So when I do, it's kind of a big deal. And I had a nice time. Honestly, drinking a lot of coffee and eating a lot of baked goods in Denmark last week. Yeah, sorry I missed y'all. Your current Stardew character, says Neo. Oh, geez. Okay, yeah. I can terrible drawing time that. Let me just quickly finish applying colors to this. I'm adding some more blue into the bottom bit of it. Just because I feel like that'll help. Will it? I don't know. I felt like it would though, so I decided to try to do it. Yeah, okay. I think once this dries, it'll look suitably oceanic. And I mean, there's mermaids in the middle of it, so that'll help. So I'm gonna have to very carefully lift this out of the way and find someplace flat to put it for the moment. Because it is super wet. But I would love to draw my current I have so many saves in Stardew Valley. I've started so many farms. And currently I am playing on a... Oh gosh, what is the... It's the farm that starts you with, like, I think you have chickens from the get-go. Am I right in thinking there's a farm now where you have chickens from the get-go in the newest update? Because I think that's the one that I did. Because I love Chimkin. And oh yes, because they came preloaded with names, and their names were Potpourri and Anne, the chickens. And they are such sweet girls. I love Potpourri and Anne so much. I also now have a dinosaur named Marigold. Who is also very, very sweet. And I've got a rabbit named Wolf. Also very sweet. And a goat named Olive. It's a sweet farm. And a dog named Stu. And a husband named Harvey. I think that's about it. Anyways. Okie dokie. It is time to set the timer for Terrible Drawing Time. I should probably explain Terrible Drawing Time for anyone who is new here. Hello. Also, welcome in. Terrible Drawing Time is a phenomenon. We did one earlier. It's here. Whereby, for 5,000 channel points, I have 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept of your choosing from memory or sight unseen on a terrible drawing canvas, which looks like this. I think there's a Terrible Drawing Time channel in the Discord for, like, photos of the Terrible Drawing Time canvases, because we just basically just finished one, which was this massive creatures. And so I started a new one today on some new paper, because this is the paper I could find. And I now have 5 minutes to attempt to draw my Stardew character. So let me attempt to do that. His name is Jiff. He's very nice. I've got 5 minutes on the clock starting now. And I'm going to draw him over here. And I'm going to try my best. Okay, so Jiff. I don't really know. What shape is his nose? I don't know. I'm going to say he's got kind of a that nose, I guess. He's a happy little guy. He does have a beard. So let me draw in Jeff's beard. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I think Jeff's beard is more of a, like, like a this shape of beard. Like just it's a cloud of a beard. And then he does also have very long, very luxuriously wavy hair. There we go. Okay. Here he is. He's got his little dungarees on. He's got a little shirt on under his dungarees. But, you know, he's a farmer, so he's got his little farmy dungarees going. And, here he is holding... What's he going to be holding? He's holding a massive jar of pickles that he made himself because his spouse is Harvey, and Harvey loves pickles. And so he got into the making of preserves and pickles because he wants to be a good partner and give pickle. Hey, pickles, says Neo. I was thinking of buying myself some pickles. And he's got some practical farming boots on. Like so. There he is. Yay! I've got some time left, so you know what, screw it. I'm gonna draw his husband Harvey, who loves him very much. He's got his little glasses, like so. And he's just a little guy too. Wow, this is a terrible drawing of Harvey. Oh no, do I remember what Harvey's hair looks like? I don't know. It's Harvey's hair is a mess, okay? That's what Harvey's hair is. He's trying his best too. He's got his little necktie on because he's a medical professional, but he's also wearing a cozy little cardigan. And he's just like, yay, I'm married. And it's nice. There we go. He's got a little like lanyard on for his little doctory job. There we go. And he's got a hand in his pocket, so I don't have to draw the hand in. There we go. He's got his little comfortable doctor shoes. And his little trousers. And his happy little cardigan. And that's time! Alright, I got an entire second character in for you. I hope you're happy. I've yet to find out how to cook in Stardew, says Neo. Do you have an upgraded house that has a kitchen? If so, if you go to, I think, like, the kitchen sink or cooker or whatever, like the cooker thing next to the fridge, a whole bunch of cooking recipes will come up. If you have the ingredients either in the fridge or on your person, you should be able to cook. No, I only have a little firehouse. Ah, okay, so you need to upgrade your house first in order to get a kitchen. Once you get a kitchen, then you can cook. Lino says, I have some tinnitus today, so I heard practical farming bouffant, which I'm not sure about that, but you do you. Kitty and Jeff. They're very happy on the farm. They agree that the farm is a very nice, cozy place to be, and the pickles are delicious. This man eats so many gosh dang pickles. There's sauerkraut running through his veins, I swear. He dreams of pickles. At this point, I think his bloodstream is probably made of kimchi. Like, this man eats a lot of pickled foods, okay? But that's good. They're good for your tum-tum, so great. Good job. Good job, me. Good job, Jeff, the farmer. And Neo, I hope you're happy. That was really fun to draw. Thank you. I think, oh no, stray hair fell onto my wet painting. That's fantastic. I think I'm gonna leave these oceanic depths, for today. I think that's gonna be the stream. Because this paper is so damp. In fact, I feel like it's a little just damp in the air here, which probably isn't helping, but this paper is so damp that I think it just needs to kind of hang out for a while. I still don't know how it's going to react with the... for anyone who missed it earlier on in stream, I spilled some masking fluid all over this paper. So, it's behaving a little bit unusually, I think, because of that. But thankfully it doesn't seem to have effed it up too badly, so we still have an interesting background to work with, and hopefully we'll have an interesting piece when it's done. I don't know. But we'll come back and work on it on Thursday, because I need to go be elsewhere and go make some broccoli and tofu and garlic sauce for my din-dins, which, now that I've said it out loud, oh damn, that sounds yummy. And next time we'll actually get to use some of these fun shimmery paints, which will also be hopefully a lot of fun. Like, oh, look how pretty is it. Are these not made for, like, mermaid stuff? These feel like they were just made for mermaid stuff. Look at them shine. Look at them shimmer. Look at them shine. So pretty. So stinking pretty. Heck yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to actually make proper use of these. Because I think they're a lot of fun. They're, as always with any shimmery stuff, it is really hard to get it to show properly on stream, but never mind, I'm trying my best. These are the two paintings that we're working on because I couldn't decide which composition I preferred and I have no chill. So I'll come back to them on Thursday. I'm gonna find somebody for us to raid now. It looks like there's a few people online, so yay. So that's a good. And see who we can do a little raid on. Do we want to do a game stream or an art stream, or do we not mind? You know what? You know, I know exactly who we're gonna raid. Because I haven't seen them on stream in quite a wee while. But they are streaming again. So, let me see. Now, it is a game stream. But we are game streamers as well. So, we're gonna go say hi to my friend, Nerdazoid, who's playing some stabby apparently, which sounds like a lot of fun. So let's start that raid. I'm gonna get a generic raid message in the chat. And hope that he's not just about to finish, which would be silly. Okay. Generic raid message with some little ananas just popping in. Anyways, if you're not familiar with Nerdazoid, aka Sean, he is a lovely human being. So, lovely to get to raid. Very exciting. There we go. Generic raid message with some ananas in the chat. Feel free to grab the message if you would like to grab the raid message. If you have the emotes, feel free to grab it with the emotes. If you do not have the emotes, you can just say generic raid message. It's all good. Did I start the raid? Did I start the raid? Yes. Okay. Once again, it's going a little bit haywire, so I genuinely couldn't tell, but apparently the raid has started. So we are on our way. I shall be back on Thursday. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out with me today. You're all breathtaking. Hope to see you again soon. Take care, everyone. Goodbye, and good night.